Hi, it's Terah. Today I'm going to show you some tips with making binders to make your Disney vacation more enjoyable, less of the, oh, my legs are tired, oh, I'm hungry, that even adults do sometimes. So I haven't shared too much about my personal life, but my husband and I were together on and off since high school, had other relationships and things, and we reconnected in 2008, but didn't actually get married until 2015. So we did a Disney moon, and we wanted to bring our children. I know it sounds crazy, but we stayed in a DVC room that was we're not DVC members, but it's like one of those things that's kind of like a timeshare where if the DVC member isn't going to use it, or the people that pay for that room aren't going to use it and it's available to the public, then you have an opportunity to rent it. And that's what we did. And we stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge Jambo House for our Disney moon. We had a one-bedroom suite that had a full kitchen, living room, little dinette area, bathroom, washer and dryer right in the room. So it was super nice. 2 sliding glass doors, one right off of our bedroom, one right off the living room where the boys slept. There was a pull-out couch. Our oldest was about 14 at the time. He slept on the couch, and then there was a chair that actually folded into a little like twin like bed. And our youngest was only about 5.5 at the time, so that's where he slept. And every morning I had coffee and sat on the balcony and watched the zebras and wildebeests and giraffes. It was just stunning, totally beautiful. We had a great Disney moon, and it was a lot of stress off my shoulders to actually have our children with us, because our oldest is so much older than our younger child. He was able to like kind of be a babysitter, but yet they were in Disney. I mean, we left him at the hotel a few times to go to Epcot World Showcase and to go to dinner, just the two of us, and they were totally chill. I mean, they could sit on the patio and look at giraffes and zebras out the window and eat, make pizza and toaster strudels and whatever in the kitchenette the kitchen that we had. So super nice. We loved it. We definitely want to go back again in the future. But today's video's purpose is for me to tell you about creating a binder. What we did was we had a backpack that we carried around each day. My husband, I think for the most part, lugged it around. God bless him for doing that for us. But we had water bottles in it and little snacks. We went in July, so it's super hot, and even though you're eating meals and can stop and get snacks, these kids are like, garbage disposals, and they needed their extra little boost here and there. So we had a backpack that had some little non-perishable snacks in it, and water bottles, and our binder. And we also threw some ponchos, because during the rainy season in Florida, you're going to get hit with little bursts of rain throughout the days very often. So highly recommend throwing all those goodies that I just mentioned in a backpack, as well as with a binder like this. And I'm going to show you why. This was our Disney moon back in 2015. What I did was I made little tabs for the first go round. This is the dates that we actually were at Disney. And I had a reservation info tab that just had an overview of all of our reservations. We had 3-day base tickets. Without the park hopper, that means you can only go to one park each day. You can go back to the park multiple times, but only one park per day. And that was fine for us as a family going for the first time together. And then I have Disney dining reservations listed on here, our fast passes that I had pre-planned out and everything. So, like, I'll walk you through. Our first day included check-in and then exploring downtown Disney, which we ended up doing. We went to the little Lego store and got Legos for my son, and we went and ate at the House of Blues. And this is just a little overview of downtown Disney area, as well as I printed out a little map, which was super convenient. Instead of having little paper fold up maps, I just could really easily refer to this, just pull out the binder. And we stayed, this is a little overview of Disney Boardwalk, which is another place I had wanted to check out, but we didn't do until when we went back in 2017. So then here we have our tab. Like I said, we didn't have the park hopper, so one park per day. So we did Animal Kingdom as our first day in a park, and here's a little map, and here are the attractions. There's a lot in Animal Kingdom, and it's expanded even since we went by them adding the world of Pandora to Animal Kingdom. So they have sections of Asia, Africa, Oasis, Rafiki's Planet Watch section, Discovery Island section. So it's just, and then now you've got the world of Pandora on as well. So here's just a quick overview of what a day I printed out from the Walt Disney World site are fast passes. So we started our day with the Kilimanjaro safari, and then we had some time in between, so we just kind of walked around and shopped, and then grabbed some lunch, and then we went to the Festival of the Lion King, which is a little show. You go inside, and it was really, really cool. They dance around and throw fire, and it's pretty awesome. And then we had some time in between there, and we maybe explored a little, shopping some more, and just kind of took the scenery in. I think we grabbed an ice cream from the ice cream truck, and then we went and saw It's a Bug's Life, which is inside of the Tree of Life. And then we went back to our resort, hung out there, went swimming, and then my husband and I, we just decided to have an evening for the two of us. So in our hotel, there's a couple of restaurants, and we went to the finer dining one called Jaiko, the cooking place, and we had dinner, and the boys were having pizza up in the room, and then we I have on here to go to the electric parade, but we actually did not do that. That was one of the things I had on there, and we were just so wore out. We didn't go back for the parade. And then I had in yellow our fast passes just to keep everything straight that first year. Here's our dining reservation. Here's our little restaurant overview. This was a $3 restaurant. Disney, it's like from $1 to $4 signs as far as price range, and so that one's definitely a higher end, but definitely was worth it. And then we had a day at Epcot. I have my little Epcot tab, the date that we were planning on that, another map with all the attractions and lists. This one's pretty big because you have the World Showcase. There's in the World Showcase section of Epcot, which is not the ride section. The ride section's up here with the globe of what you identify Epcot with, I believe. You actually walk down a little pathway, and then the World Showcase is this part, and it represents 11 countries as of today throughout the world, and it's so awesome. It's one of my favorite things. And then we had, I'm not going to go through every day, but I'm going to share this. The very first Fast Pass we had of the day at Epcot was to meet Disney characters, and my 5.5-year-old did not know that Goofy was joking with him and took him literally and thought that Goofy was making fun of him, and he slugged Goofy. We were mortified as parents. We pulled him out of the pictures and he had to wait while we met the other characters, and oh my gosh, it was terrible. But we talked to him about it. We explained to him that Goofy was just trying to be joking around with him and he was trying to be playful. Unfortunately, our son took him literally and thought he was bullying him. But the people in the line definitely didn't think that. They just thought we had a little mean kid on our hands. So it was pretty mortifying, but it was a little blip in our trip that, I'll never forget that. He made up with Goofy when we went back in 2017. I just have to say that it's all is well now. We also have our Fast Pass. We did Living with the Land. We went to Coral Reef Restaurant. I do want to touch on this a little bit because I don't recommend the restaurant. It's possible that they've had some upgrades, but I didn't think that it was what it could be. It wasn't super clean. We were sat as far away from the aquarium inside that you can see the marine life inside the restaurant and different little dining areas. And we were sat really far away while there were no offense, but there were adults that were right next to the aquarium. And here we had two kids that were sat really far away, and I was pretty disappointed about that. In general, the place does smell fishy. I understand they sell seafood, so I don't know if Disney's pumping that smell into the air, but it's pretty offensive, whether you like fish or not, it's not really the best, most enticing smell. So I was kind of turned off by that. Also, and there was just a little lack of cleanliness. So it's possible, here we are 6 years later, that they've done some upgrades and updates, but overall I wouldn't go back, unfortunately. And then I'm not a rider. So my boys went on Mission Space with their Fast Pass, and I sat outside and just enjoyed the scenery and had a chill mom moment, which I'm totally fine with. My boys get to have the rides and do that fun, and then I get my little mini breaks to just be by myself and soak it all in. So it works out for the best for us. And then again, I had, for the first year, done yellow, bright reminder cards for our Fast Passes because they only are in a little window of opportunity. And then dining reservation. This is a little info on the Coral Reef Restaurant that I just told you about. And I'm not sure how well you can see the picture, but you're supposed to, be able to see the marine life, sea life. And then, again, a Fast Pass. And then we did Magic Kingdom. I did another little map there of the attractions. The difference on Magic Kingdom Day is we actually did our Fast Passes. We ate at Cinderella's Royal Table. Fantastic. It was wonderful. With having two boys, it was more for me that I made the reservation, but Disney does a great job of including them and making them feel part of the experience. I think they were given swords and knighted or something like that. It's kind of like, I don't know, like Disney's got it down to a T. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, boy or girl, whatever. They've got something for everyone to make you feel like you're immersed in the experience. I've heard and seen other reviews of the restaurant. My personal take is fantastic. The food was fab. The experience was fabulous. The characters come right up to your table. My 14-year-old son at the time, he was 14 at the time, I think he really liked Princess Jasmine, and she was talking to him and chatting with him a little extra, so it was kind of cute. We also had Rapunzel and Snow White, and I'm not sure what other princesses. Oh, I know. Before we went in, we were able to meet with Cinderella, and just me and my little guy. He was 5.5 at the time. We went up and met Cinderella. So super cool experience. I highly, highly recommend it. I have Zippo, nothing negative to say about the Cinderella Castle experience, although I know others may disagree. We actually, and then we went to the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. That's a great show. They include the audience in the show, so it's like new and fresh every time you go. It's a show you can go back to and it's never the same. And let's see, Magic Kingdom. I do believe we left and we came back and watched yes, we did. We left and went back to our hotel, went swimming, and then we went back that night, got back on the boat, went back to the Magic Kingdom Island, and watched the fireworks, which was a great evening. One thing I want to say is when I was booking our vacation this year, which was my first year taking our family, I had went as a child with my family, but it was our first time as a family going together. And the lady was so helpful. She told me about this thing called the Pirate League that my 5.5-year-old did. That's kind of like the boy version of Bibbidi Boppidi Boo Boutique, where they, make you into a little princess. He was made into, they take you next to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and he was pirated, if you will. He went into this little tight dungeon room. They did the whole pirate makeup. He had a little fake earring and an eye patch and a sword, and he spun a wheel and it spit out different information that gave him his pirate name, which was Henry Starcastle. So super cool experience. It's not something I think that everybody knows about, but it's one of those little hidden secret gems. So if you don't know about it and you have boys, check into the Pirate League. You do have to have an appointment though, or a reservation. Okay, and then again with the yellow fast pass reminders, a little bit about Cinderella's Royal Table, where we had our awesome experience. And then here's the Pirate League reservation, another fast pass. And then I just did a general on our resort that we stayed at. We did a day that we just completely chilled at the resort, swam at the pool, walked around. If you don't get a safari view or a savannah view room and you stay at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, I highly recommend going and walking around and checking out the lookout points they have there. They have Disney cast members that are actually from African backgrounds that have their own life and educational experience and information. My little 5-year-old was quizzing the cast member that was at one of the lookout points, and they were enjoying each other's conversation. They were playing off of each other, and it was pretty cool. So I highly recommend just enjoying, soaking in your resort and taking some time to explore. A lot of Disney on-property resorts are a vacation in themselves. I mean, we do enjoy the parks, but for people that, don't want to do the parks, you don't even have to. There's a list of things that the resorts themselves do. Like they have a campfire every night and a movie, which they had a schedule when we went there. And we actually went to one of the movie nights. We missed the campfire part, but they were like lounge chairs, a big blow-up screen that they projected a movie onto. I think it was called Superhero 6. Please don't quote me on that because I'm not for sure. I've seen the movie, but I forget the name. But we went and watched that and just chilled. They have so much going on. They actually have a massage and fitness center right there at Animal Kingdom Lodge too. We didn't take advantage of that. We just didn't have enough time to squeeze it all in. But there's so much to do just at the actual resort. They also have what's called a Simba's Clubhouse. It's kind of like a daycare center, but they make all kinds of fun, crafts and meals, and it's a Disney immersive experience. So it's super awesome that they have that as a option And I believe that you have to do a certain hour minimum. I'm sure it's probably more expensive than you would pay for a babysitter at home, but it's definitely worth it if you have little kids and you want to have a little time as adult time separately. And by no means are these kids suffering at Disney camp. They also have a Zuma Springs pool bar right next to the giant swimming pool that has a nice slide at Animal Kingdom Lodge. My husband and I definitely enjoyed a few beverages from there, so that's super nice. But overall, I found the booklet extremely helpful, and I wanted to share that with you so that you could make your vacation experience peaceful and joyful and as seamless as possible. And it went over so well. It brought my husband peace of mind. Like, he gets really anxious when the kids get anxious and whatnot, and can get aggravated. I mean, anybody can get aggravated when the kids start griping and complaining and stuff. Adults gripe and complain too, don't get me wrong. But it was so great that when we went back in 2017, I did a binder again. I did it different the second time around. On the back, you'll see I had like a really quick, slide it out of our backpack and just do a quick glance for each day and the time at Disney, where our fast passes were. And then I also added a couple like extra tentative things to do. Like, we can do this or we can do this kind of thing. And then in bold, I had our fast passes and our reservations. So I made that as a quick little cheat sheet to look at. And then I also did the binder. This time I did it a little different, where I did our whole like log experience, including our travel times and where we were going to stay in a hotel, because we drove down and then drove back. And I also included like our hotel reservations. I did a little printout from my email so that we'd have that to refer to just in case. And then our beach club resort that we stayed at the second time, we did a concierge lounge upgrade to our stay. We also stayed in a DVC suite that was open for ordinary people to rent, if you will. And we had a view of the little man-made lake in front of the beach club resort, and on the other side of the lake is the Boardwalk Hotel and the Boardwalk restaurants and shops and stuff. So it's a really gorgeous view that we had outside of our hotel room, and our suite laid out so that my husband and I had our bedroom and the bed were facing the boardwalk. So it was really gorgeous every night to see that view. So the concierge was an upcharge. I wouldn't recommend it if you're going to be spending a lot of time away from the resort, but we did do a lot of go back and reset and enjoyed our resort and swam a lot. They have a sand bottom pool at Beach Club, and it's about a 5-minute walk to World Showcase. They have a little side entrance to Epcot from the resort, and it's about a 10 or 15-minute walk to Hollywood Studios. So we walked on the days that we went to Hollywood Studios, and we went to World Showcase Epcot just about every day. My husband and I went at nighttime and just explored, and we loved it. We love World Showcase. And then I did our day planning a little bit different in this binder, just kind of had like an overview to which is what's on the back, kind of shrunk down. But if I wanted to pick it up or just lay it on the table, if my husband wanted to flip through and be like, okay, this is what we're going to be doing tomorrow, it brought him like peace. Like, okay, this is what we have to look forward to, and we've got boom, 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 have it all organized and laid out. So it brought peace of mind for a whole family and just made the whole experience of our vacations at Disney so much more enjoyable. It's like you can just get lost because there's so many things to do, so many places to shop, so many places to eat. If you just kind of go in you can almost get stuck like a deer in headlights. This may not be for everybody, but for those of you that see this and think, hey, I want to give this a try, I recommend it. I'm not a real lover of technology, so I like to have a backup because you never know what's going to go on and glitchy with technology. So just flipping through here for our different days and reservations. Oh, I just have to say, Biergarten, which is the German Pavilion and World Showcase, that was the only one that I wasn't happy about because they set us with a DVC member, and I'm pretty sure they did it on purpose. It was either a huge coincidence or they did it on purpose. It made the dinner miserable because they were just trying to convince us to become DVC Vacation Club members and pay this annual, fee to become members, and it just wasn't for us. But the food was really good there, so I wouldn't say to not go to the Biergarten. It was really great. It was buffet style, so just kind of flipping through here. We also ate at the Yak and Yeti at Animal Kingdom. My sons, I think, tried swordfish there and they loved it. I love that they explore with their palates. Beaches and Cream is a ice cream place right at the Beach Club Resort, but they were so small, such a small building back then that you had to have a reservation to get ice cream there. It's such a popular place. They have an ice cream offering called the kitchen sink, and it's literally served in a metal dish that looks like a little tiny mock-up of a kitchen sink, and it's just filled with everything. We did not explore that and try that, but we were there when someone did order one, and they make a big production of it. People are clapping and bells are going off, and it's quite the experience. I do know from catching up on other YouTube videos that Beach Club has expanded and they are larger now, but I still would make a reservation. It's a pretty popular place. And then we ended our vacation that year with 7:30 in the morning, the day we checked out of our hotel. We did the Cape May Cafe, which is inside the Beach Club Resort. We did a reservation to meet with the characters, and I think we had Donald Duck and Minnie and Mickey, and they were all dressed in kind of beachy clothes. I think they had swim trunks on and stuff like that. But it was just a great way to end and leave. You don't want to leave, but to leave that way, it was a great send-off. And then I also, like I said, included our hotel reservations this time just as a backup. And then this is a letter that we received that I may have printed off from my email, or it might have came in snail mail, about our upgrade that we paid for the yacht and beach club. It's called Stone Harbor Club, and it's a club level accommodation. And so if you pay for the club level, then you get access to eating coffee, continental breakfast, snacks, hors d'oeuvres, and beverages, desserts, and cordials. They have a whole little list of times that they're open. They do shut down and clean in between all these little snacks and food offerings. But they have enough there where if you were to stay at the resort, you wouldn't have to go to a restaurant. There's plenty of food there for you to fill up on throughout the day. And like I said before about the Animal Kingdom Lodge and all the things that they have to do, Beach Club Resort also, each day they had a movie. Sunday, Moana, Goofy movie, Newsies, Descendants, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, National Treasure, Beauty and the Beast, and they put them out in the front lawn there. There's volleyball nets and stuff, and they put a little screen, and you can just bring a little blanket or a towel or something and just chill and watch the movies. So they have things like that. They also have different like parties and events, and they have the times and the days of like bingo and dance party, make your own ice cream, name that game, campfire. So they have so much at the resorts themselves. That in itself can be a vacation, so without even going to the parks. And then they have like extra activities because we were there in the month of July. They had some extra things patriotically related. I hope that this binder informative video and how we go about our vacations is helpful to you. And if you enjoy this, please click subscribe. In the future, I will be sharing more tips and tricks with vacationing in general, as well as just little clips and share some of our vacationing experiences. So thank you for joining me here on my new YouTube channel. Please click subscribe and smash that like button. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my god, this is so cool. There's giraffes right outside our window on our balcony.
You bet that tall giraffe over there can reach us?
Kane, isn't this so cool?
No.
I'm videoing.
Giraffes coming.
Alright, this is our room. I'm so excited. We gotta go get our groceries. Here's our laundry. I haven't even been in the bathroom yet. Got its own little room for the toilet. Pretty cool. Bathtub. Dining area. Fold out couch and chair. Full kitchen. Super cool.